Hello and welcome to what CPAs need to know about evolving privacy and ethical risks. My name is Garth Sheriff, and I'm excited to be joined by Janelle Ambrose as we take you through the environment for privacy and specifically for CPAs. As a CPA myself, I think about privacy. I have other comforts when it comes to responsibilities within my profession. But do I really know privacy? And in putting this course together and having conversations and learning a lot from Janelle, who we'll be having a conversation with, there's a lot I learned and a lot I didn't know and a lot I would want to know to mitigate risks involving privacy. And when we think about privacy, there are a lot of things that you might think of in the news. If you're reading in the news about tech companies, social media, breaches, and you might think that's a bit distant from what we do as CPAs, but that's our conversation, because when we talk about ethics in our profession, part of it is how we work with other parties, our clients, and information and what that means. And why this has to do with ethics, when we think about ethics in the CPA community and the CPA profession, we can look to CPA Canada's Code of Conduct, where we have the pillars of ethics: professional behavior, integrity and due care, objectivity, professional competence, and confidentiality. Notice that privacy isn't on there. Now, CPAs are comfortable with confidentiality, I think. My background is in insurance, training practitioners and audits, reviews, and compilations. So we have to deal with confidentiality, and we'll talk about that as well. But what about our comfort with privacy? And to help us understand that, I will be joined in conversation with Janelle Ambrose. Janelle Ambrose is a legal and compliance leader with expertise in anticipating, understanding, and managing risks. She has had progressive experience in private practice and in-house in such diverse areas as privacy, regulatory compliance, risk management, and policy matters. In particular, she's been responsible for managing the privacy compliance functions for the organizations she has worked with. She obtained her JD from Dalhousie Schulich School of Law and was called to the bar in 2012 and admitted to the New York Bar in 2015. Before joining Grant Thornton LLP, Janelle practiced for 5 years in the financial services and risk management groups at a Bay Street law firm. Janelle, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thanks for having me, Garth. I'm really looking forward to having an interesting and hopefully informative conversation with you today. And I'd want to make sure that my talk today is not seen as in any way prescriptive, but it is really a non-authoritative form of guidance based on my day-to-day experiences and practice. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to offer a slightly more practical approach to learning about privacy with an accountant's perspective in mind.
That's fantastic, Janelle. I'm really excited to be having this conversation with you, and an important one for CPAs. So what we'll talk about during our conversation, we'll talk about why should CPAs care about privacy. What is it? What's in it for us as the CPA profession to be involved in a conversation? And do we think we know what we know about privacy? Then Janelle and I will talk about defining privacy. What exactly is privacy? Then we'll talk about this concept that I've alluded to, this comfortability with confidentiality and how it matches with privacy. So privacy versus confidentiality. Next, we'll talk about what do CPAs take for granted when collecting information. Third, next we'll talk about a case study to really get you involved in the concept that we talked previously. We'll chat about a privacy policy, whether your firm should have a privacy. Spoiler alert. Well, maybe I won't do the spoiler alert, but you may know the answer to that already. And the guidance we can provide for data privacy policy. So that's the conversational arc that we will have throughout our time today.